Get creative. Yeah,
Some good old Halloween fun at daycare. When your kids come home with nightmares and don't know why, reference that tape. So there's outrage that's growing over this. This is in North Mississippi. This daycare, they're using this Halloween mask to scare these children. And they actually had a reason outside of just their own morbid fun. Here's some details. These videos went viral on Facebook on Wednesday night. They show this daycare worker at Little Blessings, LIL, Little Blessings, Childcare and Learning Center. She was wearing a Halloween mask and yelling at children who didn't clean up or act good. How old do those kids look? I'd say 3 to 4 at best. Children can be seen heard crying at times, running away from the employee wearing the mask, while another employee gives directions of which children acted good or bad. The employee in the mask is shown inches away from children's faces, as you saw, raising her voice and screaming. Here's more.
Hey, this has been good. Don't get hurt. I got you. Daddy's been good. So, Parker, no. That's bad. Are you being bad? Do I need to take you outside? You better be good.
An isolated baby in that room getting screamed at by 2 grown-ass adults, one in that mask, which still startles adults, I think, to this day. Let's jump in. There was even more, but we understand it's traumatic for these kids. So the owner of Little Blessings was notified about this. Her name is Sheila Sanders. She said she began working there in 1987, and now she's owned it for 20 years. And she was in an interview as she found out about this. And she said that this is what happened. First off, the video was filmed in September, and also another one happened this time on Tuesday. So this isn't the first time and only time this has happened. So anyways, this is what she responded with. She says, "I contacted my licensure, and she's also gotten involved. The people that did those acts are no longer with us. They were fired. I wasn't even here at the time and wasn't aware that they were doing that. I don't condone that, and I never have. I just want to say that it's been taken care of." Sounds pretty ominous. I'm not sure what she did with them, but they've been fired. Also, the person who filmed it, because I was wondering that. I said, so the person zooming in, where's their responsibility in this entire thing? In a post to Reddit, a person claiming to be the one who recorded the incident says that the employees scaring the children had done this kind of thing before, but would only get a slap on the wrist if their behavior was dealt with internally and not made public. A whistleblower. So when I heard she was going to do it again, I recorded to get the proof. And then the video was sent to parents to show them how their child was being treated. That's what the unidentified person wrote. But Sheila, the owner of this Little Blessings, said this: "No one came forth to tell me that it happened in September." So now we got a she said, he or she said, whoever the person that was filming was. Also, the daycare's Facebook page reiterated Sheila Sanders' point about not knowing about this and posted this: that the director was not aware that this happened, but it was made public. But when it was made public, the situation was taken care of and people were fired, as they mentioned before. So it's honestly, I'm kind of, I don't know why, but I'm kind of on the side of the owner of the whole thing, because it does seem like this is something that was impromptu. Maybe they decided they were fed up that day. It's Halloween. We have masks in the building already. Let's go and traumatize some kids. I'm not sure how much they've been in their education as far as childhood trauma. But this is something that's gonna stick with these kids, even to the point where I'm not sure if they're gonna know why when they're 7, 8, 9 years old and they have nightmares, or they're just afraid of someone screaming, or Halloween in general. These kids, I think, have a good chance of being scarred. But there's even more about this, you guys, because some of these parents, apparently, let's jump down to graphic 8, are somewhat on my side with this too, with Sheila Sanders. One of them said this: I know 100% that Miss Sheila, the owner and director, was not aware of the situation that was going on. And as soon as she found out, all parties were terminated immediately. That's one of the mothers of the children said that. Also, a father, one of the children said this. This place is pretty important for Hamilton because it's a small town and there's not really another child care facility close. That could be a problem. A lot of people are saying, shut it down, shut it down. But I don't think that they're thinking about the implications that might have. If there was a daycare next door, I would still bring my kids here. I must have had good experiences before, but this is one of those ones that kind of, it's a stain that kind of sits there with you. And maybe Sheila Sanders can work her way out of it. Again, this is my speculation. I believe her. As far as not knowing about it and not realizing that they were setting this whole thing up and that she took care of the situation. And again, there's not many options. So I hope she does clean it up. Look, these kids, the same ones, will they even want to go back tomorrow or whatever the next day is from that incident? Probably not. My kid wasn't big on going always to preschool either, so it just happens that way. I bribed him with fruit snacks. Let's keep it real. You guys know me.